With the holy trifecta of popular girls' cartoons, the third is another one that feature
hot, searing teens.
Now, Totally Spies has a special place in my heart, since it's another one of those cartoons that I watched with my sister when we were sitting in a dark room with nothing to do, and we stared blankly at the TV screen, waiting for something to entertain us. The entire idea is that three girls, Sam, Clover, and Alex, were chosen to be butt-kicking international spies that stop only the worst villains the world has to offer. Mostly corporations that are too greedy and egomaniacs that spent too much time reading the comments. Apparently, Tom Cruise was too busy dealing with the less important threats, so three teenage girls were there to cover for him. The whole shtick with Totally Spies is that they're living normal lives. Jerry sucks them into Whoop headquarters because they seem to have these things everywhere, and then they're given a mission briefing and gadgets all centered around makeup and fashion.
And now for the gadgets. Today you'll be receiving hoverboards, heat sensor 6000 infrared motion detector sunglasses, press-on flick-off explosive tip ninja nails in petal pink, the thundering thermal wave hairdryer, and, last but not least, 24-hour extra power all-day adhesive hair pomade.
Because, you know, stereotypes. Or maybe it's a French thing. This is another one of those shows that's a French-Canadian production. Those darn French and Canadians forming our childhoods without us knowing. Legit, the gadgets are cool, and I'd totally get them if I had the chance. It's all set in this cool neo-70s aesthetic architecture, and you can tell that the people making it took several liberties when making the show because it's all supposed to be in Beverly Hills, California, and literally nothing looks like California except for the palm trees. You can tell it's outdated because they go to the mall. It's actually kind of sad. The appeal of this show is the fact that it's just so different and full of charm that there's not really many shows that will deliver on the experience that Totally Spies will. It's so unique and approachable that it's hard not to love this show. Every episode is standalone, and it follows a formula for the most part, but they mix it up every episode so that it never feels stale. I'm almost certain that the whole idea of Totally Spies was some folks sitting at a table and asking, what if we made a spy show, but without guns? And then Totally Spies happened. Now, the quality of the show started very poor as it started, but it eventually found its groove as time went on. And I mean, literally, like, every season just got better. The story was more cohesive over time, the jokes got better, the pacing improved, the characters became more interesting, and though I'd say they're still flat characters, the later seasons do a better job of rounding them out and adhering to their baseline quirks. You know, Sam is the smart one, Alex is the sporty one, that's also a little bit of a dunce, and Clover is the stereotypical girly girl that cares about shopping, boys, shopping, and more boys.
First, Alex gets to play the role clearly meant for me. Now she gets to be in a movie? When do I get my big break?
Earth to Clover, Alex has been abducted and is being forced to play a role. What's your point?
Now them's some priorities. I will say that the writing of the early seasons were a little nonsensical at times, and when watching the series over again, you start to realize there's some big questions that just never go explained.
Sammy! Hey, girl! Ready to hit the dance club?
Mandy, I can't. I've got to visit my sick aunt.
Ew! I hate sick ants.
Isn't this your house? Why is she able to just walk in? Does she have a key? I thought you hated her. Call the cops! But it's clear these kind of nonsensical writing moments are purely for the sake of joy, and so it's easy to look past them because the focus of the show wasn't really to deliver on the super spy feel, but rather the quirky lives of teenage girls in a fictional setting, and so no one cared.
Have a seat. We want to know what you think of this new song.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes.
This show lasted a whole 6 seasons and even got a prequel movie. And the movie is actually fantastic. It shows how the spies first met.
It's a total pleasure to meet you both. Yeah, you know, we could go and have a ginger avocado milkshake to forget about our emotions.
Wait, what? Ew! Gee, why would any... Oh, wait, it's California. It shows their first mission, how they first met Jerry, and the quality is really high. Okay, if this was real, I'd let myself be kidnapped by a sad egomaniac. That looks awesome. 8 years after the initial release of Totally Spies during the rise of comic book movies, they decided to hop on the bandwagon and create The Amazing Spies, which is literally the same premise, except now it has stark black shading and stark white highlighting to make it look like a comic book. And they changed the main characters. They're supposed to be spies in training, and their villains are more local rather than international. And it only lasted 2 seasons, but they did have Sam, Clover, and Alex make an appearance, so that's cool. Merchandise was made for Totally Spies, but for whatever reason, almost no one is selling any of it. So if you manage to find anything cool, then snatch it up, because the pickings for the really cool gadget toys are scarce. They made the calm powder into a toy, which is the one I want the most. Apparently there was trading cards when looking at the European eBay. Really, this stuff is being sold, but only by French and other European sellers that refuse to ship to the US. Behold! A secret Totally Spies journal diary thing? So this was like the cheapest thing I could find, and even then that's not really saying much because these are straight from the Netherlands. It was still really expensive to get. So when I say that the toys for Totally Spies are rare, they are rare. This was like $60 including shipping. The reason it was that cheap is because it did not come in the package. And so this is actually kind of nifty. So it looks like flour. You can't, oh gosh, I can't open it. What am I doing wrong? Hang on, let me get my Super Spy lipstick and press this little button here. I gotta admit, that's really cool. I don't even know how they do that. That's awesome. So inside, I'm pretty sure it's missing a lot of things. It's been used, because, it's for a kid. So inside, actually, no, I take that back. It kind of hasn't been used. Inside you have the diary thing. Doesn't have anything written in it. It's just a blank diary journal thing. Journal secret diary diario secreto. According to the cover here, you also have a super secret false bottom. Whoa, okay, this has been used. All the stickers are gone. It's a sticker sheet. They're used. It's useless. But then you have this stamp thing where it's, you have a cell phone. You have the Totally Spies logo, and this right here is the ink, which I'm not sure if there's actually any ink in it. It's difficult to hold this. Give me a second. I'm not sure if there's actually any ink in it, but this is the ink cartridge. What do you call these things? Do these have a name? And I can't help but feel a little cheated out here, just because the cover is. Oh no! I got a sticker. Got a boo boo. Because the cover right here is a sticker. The logo is just a sticker. I can take this off. And it's like, really? That's the bet. You couldn't have printed it on there? It feels cheap. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen, and I will never stop getting tired of that. Any day where I get to play my Game Boy Advance again is a good day. So let us pop this open and the aptitude test. Sure? Enter the chemical laboratory. Oh man, those sound effects, man. Those sound effects. It's some good stuff. So we need to avoid the searchlights. What are the controls? There's no controls. I can't not really getting anything. Oh no, I lost. Okay. Oh. It's one of these. So I just go around them. Oh. I am the best. Shut up. I know what I'm doing. I can do this. I swears. Trust me. There we go. Pure skill, right? Oop. Pure skill. Yep. Yep. Just gotta wait. Chitara moment. Here we go. Ah. This game's too hard, it sucks. Frankly, the lack of merchandise I could find is really disappointing. I like padding out my videos with I like showcasing memorable toys from our childhoods. Yeah, that's it. So what happened to Totally Spies is actually really funny. Apparently they decided that it was stupid not to do anything with all these episodes, so they just started releasing them weekly on their YouTube channel and seeing if they can reignite interest. Or maybe just to make easy ad revenue without any investment. Either way, it's a smart idea, and it made getting the footage for this video way easier. I wish more companies bothered to take this route, given that it makes sense financially and there's a chance for new fans to discover the show through the internet. The only question is it smarter to license it to a streaming service like Hulu or Netflix, or release it on a free platform like YouTube? I don't know, but I can tell you it's far more convenient for me when they post it on YouTube. I'll click the ads just because I appreciate it so much. Also, in 2017 at MegaCon in Orlando, Florida, the voice actors had a panel that you can find online. I'll leave a link in the description for anyone who wants to watch it. Oh, and I was planning on saving this for when I actually made a video around it, but I know there's going to be some of you that will be upset if I don't mention it. They did a crossover episode with Martin Mystery. You know, another French-Canadian show by Marathon, which was super cool, and I wish more shows did crossovers like this. That's everything I have for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, because apparently like 80% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed, so you should probably do that. That would be cool. Tell me who your favorite character is. Sam, Clover, or Alex? If you ask me, I'd say that I'd hang out with Alex. I'd probably date Sam. But Clover is hands down the best character. Support me on Patreon so I can buy more toys for videos. Stay beautiful and keep playing.
In the middle of the fight, Mandy's hair was like really funky and not in a good way, and her clothes were totally not fitting the way they should. At first, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to embarrass her, you know, since she became a spy and all. But then I'm thinking I should tell her for her own good, because nobody would want to look that